Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and welcome to my first look at the Canon Pixma MG7550. This is a wireless all-in-one printer, scanner and copier that offers up some really useful cloud integration features. Let's take a closer look. So let's kick things off by having a look at the box, because this really does detail most of the main features of the Pixma MG7550. First off, you'll notice I've got the burnt orange colour here. Orange is my favourite colour. It's also available in white or black finishes. It offers up wireless printing, an intelligent touch system, so it has got a really nice touch screen on here. Also, smartphone and tablet print and scan features. It's got NFC built in, so you can touch and print, scan to cloud, and this incorporates the Pixma Cloud Link service, so it integrates really nicely with the likes of Flickr, Dropbox, Facebook, Twitter, Google Drive, Evernote and also Picasa. So plenty of integration on offer here. We've also got memory card printing, automatic two-sided printing and 15 pages per minute in black and 10 pages per minute in colour. That's the maximum speed. To round things off on the actual feature set, we've also got Google Cloud Print support and AirPrint support, plus the ability to either use standard size ink cartridges or indeed extra large size ink cartridges to give you even more yield or prints per ink cartridge. So now let's take a closer look at what we get inside the box. And of course we get the Canon MG7550 printer itself. We'll take a closer look at this in a short while. We also get some safety and important product information, a little sample pack of photo paper. This is 10 by 15 centimeters or 4 by 6 inches. We also get a Windows setup CD-ROM. Now, if you're setting this up on a Mac, you have to download the software. We get a quick start guide. This is a fold-out sheet that takes you through a step-by-step process of setting up the printer. Again, we'll do that in a short while in this very video. We get a European power cable and a UK power cable. If you're buying this in another country, you'll get a country-specific cable inside the box. And then we get 6 ink cartridges. We get a photo black, a standard black, a grey, cyan, magenta and yellow. So before we power the printer on, let's have a closer look around the device. Now at the back here on the top we've got the scanning bed, and this scans anything up to A4 or letter size paper. In front of this we've got the touch sensitive controls, and these will all light up once I turn the printer on. And then we've got a 3.5 centimeter screen just here, NFC touch contact point on the right. And then we have got the paper escape route. So if we pull this down, you'll see this bit comes out, this sort of extension, and this is where your paper is going to come out when it's printed. We've also got a little drop down tray here, and this is where you're going to put the CD or DVD caddy to print directly to disk. So it does support that as well. And also in this section, on this left hand side here, we've got the memory card slots, memory stick duo, SD cards, all go in these 2 slots here for direct printing from those cards. Then if we just close this up again, underneath we've got the paper tray, and this is adjustable for all different sizes of paper, 4x6, 5x7, A4, etc. And a really nice design touch is on the base of this we've got the CD or DVD printing tray. I like the fact this has got somewhere to store it, because with previous Canon printers I've always find myself losing that particular tray. Now to gain access to the inside of the printer, we've got a really nice action here, look, ready? That just slides up like so, and we can gain access to the internals and also to install new ink cartridges, which is what we're going to do next. So now we're going to run through the setup procedure. So let's put some power to the printer. You can see the screen come on, all of these touch sensitive buttons light up as well. And we are just going to pull down this front flap. The initial turn on procedure took around about 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes to complete. And now we're presented with the language selection on the screen. So we're going to tap English. And it says tap OK to start the setup by referring to the getting started instructions. So we're going to tap OK. It's asking us to raise this front cover, which we're going to do. And as you can see, the sort of cartridge carrier for the ink cartridges has come to the sort of center position. So now we're going to install the cartridges. So we're going to start with the black cartridge. So this is the first one we're going to install. It's just a simple matter of removing the packaging like so, and then we have got a little orange cover on the bottom which we're going to carefully remove, and then we just have to locate the cartridge into the carrier like so, and then click it down into place. A little red light comes on to show that we have in fact done this correctly, and then we're going to just repeat this with all of the other cartridges. So we've got the grey cartridge here, now it's telling us to close the cover, and now it's just doing the initial charge on the ink cartridges. So it's now initially finished charging those inks for the first time. It's asking me to load a sheet of A4 or letter size paper so it can do a head alignment. Now I've got a correction, and this first tray that I showed you is just for 5x7 and 4x6 paper, and of course the caddy for the CDs or DVDs. What I didn't realise, and this was my error, is underneath there is another paper tray. So it actually has a separate paper tray for standard paper. I like that a lot, and I'll tell you why. Because it means that I can load this up with photo paper for smaller prints and have A4 paper loaded at the same time. So my mistake. We've got a slider here just to show you can load up A5, B5 letter or A4 size paper, and this slides backwards and forwards and clicks in at the appropriate sort of size. So we're going for A4. We're going to load the paper in like so, and just move these sides in just to sort of make it central, and then we're going to pop this back in the printer. I can't believe that I missed that paper tray the first time round. But anyway, it's all sorted. So we're going to load that in like so. We're going to lower this escape route for the paper again, and then tap OK. And it says it's going to take about 6 minutes to complete. So this has now set up the print head alignment. So we've got this very nice printout, which I'm sure is all fine. And now the printer is telling me that it's going to send information to Canon, and you can either agree or not agree. Let's say agree. Register information of paper loaded in the cassette. So we've got A4 plain paper in there at the moment in cassette 2. Register, so I'm assuming that we can change that. If we put photo paper in that bottom cassette, then we can change that accordingly. And then we can set up the wireless LAN connection. You can see some of the buttons are actually lighting up here now. So we've got the home button lit up. So let's go to wireless LAN connection, because that's how we're going to set up the MG7550. Completely wireless. You can also connect it via Ethernet or via USB. So we're going to set up from the printer. We're going to connect to an access point, and we're going to select one of my wireless access points. And it didn't tell me which one. So let's just say start setup. Press and hold the WPS button on the access point and then tap OK on the device. Well, I haven't got a WPS button on my Airport Extreme. So let's hope that it just completes the setup. I don't think it is going to. I think I'm going to actually have to set this up via a computer. I assumed that it was going to find my access points and give me a list to choose from on the screen, but obviously not. So it's not actually going to connect using that method. Can we interrupt it? We can push stop. Right, so we're going to have to go via standard setup. So this should now give us a list. Here we go. So this is the list I was expecting to see first time round. So we're going to choose my my Geek Wi-Fi network, and now it's saying please enter the characters. So any indication? Here we go. So here's the keyboard. So I'm going to pop my password in. So my password is in and now it's connected to the access point, so we can tap OK. And then we are ready. It's ready to actually print wirelessly, or indeed copy, or scan, or indeed scan to the cloud, or print from the cloud as well, because of course we can send something to the cloud and then print it to this device. So for ease of this demonstration, I just want to check that it prints out okay, so I'm going to do a quick copy. So I've got a magazine cover here. I'm going to pop that on the scanning bed and close this down, and I'm going to tap on copy, and I'm going to select 1. We've got some settings here as well. We'll leave those to default. I'm going to tell it to do it in colour. And now it's scanning the document and printing it. So we'll see how fast this initial sort of first print out comes out. So here we go. So it's already scanned it. It's saying we can place another document already on the bed and hit that colour button again, so it will then scan that one and print it as soon as it's finished printing this one. So that means it's already scanned this particular magazine cover to the internal memory. Very, very cool indeed. And it looks pretty good quality actually. For standard paper, this is just 80 grams standard paper. So let's take this magazine cover out and we'll have a look. This is by no means a quality test. I just wanted to see what it was going to do. So that's the original magazine cover and that is the copy. I am really impressed actually. As I say, considering that I've done no setup, this isn't even photo paper, this is just cheap. The cheapest you can get, 80 gram copier paper. I am very, very impressed. So let's pop that just to one side. I just want to have one last look at sort of some of the other bits and pieces on this front panel. So if we tap the home button, we can see here we've got copy, scan and cloud. We can scan across. We've got eco settings, quiet setting and setup. Go back to that middle screen and then we can swipe across to WLAN for wireless setup, advanced printing and photo printing as well. So we've got quite a few options in these menus. If we go across, we just have one little look in setup. So we've got maintenance, device settings, web service settings, estimated ink levels. They're all in the setup menu. And then if we want to go back one, we have to tap the back button over here. We've got an eco settings as well for two-sided printing and energy saving. We've also got a quiet setting, which is currently off. Let's just tap that and see what it says. So use quiet mode to reduce device's operating noise. So we can say do not use or use. We'll say do not for now. And then we can scroll across. So we've got some scan functions and cloud functions. Let's have a look in there. I'm assuming that these won't work until we've actually gone through some sort of setup procedure. But we'll have a quick look. Yeah, cannot connect to server. Please wait and try again. So we're going to have to do some initial setup for those. And then if we go in here, we've got WLAN for wireless settings, advanced print. This allows us for borderless copies. As you saw in the very quick demonstration, it did cut off some of the edges on this. So we could have changed it to a borderless print and then we'd have got edge-to-edge printing. We've also got frame erase copy, photo copy, some different options in here, trimming, slideshow, PDF file print, template print, some really nice options. And then we've got photo print options as well, which allows us to insert that memory card. So some really nice features on the Canon MG7550. Initial impressions are that I am very impressed indeed. So I hope you enjoyed this first look at the Canon Pixma MG7550. In a future video, I'll share with you my experience with this particular printer and let you know how the printing quality is and how I've got on with all of those other features that Canon included. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.